come here as part of the team that's organising the Black Writers Conference 2012. We're delighted to be here at the Zion Centre. It's a really cool community centre, very accessible, good parking, and not too expensive to book in these hard times, you know.
I've been on the panel on the ebook and what the implications of the ebook are in the literary world, whether it's the death of the print book, whether it offers new opportunities for writers and readers. And so we've had a great panel with 3 other editors stroke writers, Adam Lowe, we had Zahid Hussain, and we had Simon Murray, and some great contributions from the audience. So we've left with, I suppose, a positive outlook that ebooks are important, but they will not be the death of the printed book, and we should just look at the best ways to exploit the opportunities of technology.
So today I've just been on a panel looking at the future, really, so looking at the phenomenon of ebooks and social media. I'm also here to learn and engage with all the other panels because it's a really exciting programme we've got today.
Well, for several reasons. I've always supported the Black Writers Conference. It's probably my 3rd time here, and today I was invited to be part of the panellists that looks at the future of poetry.
I've come to this conference because I don't think there's enough forums like this for particularly BME writers who can sometimes feel a little bit sidelined by the mainstream. And I also love the exchange of ideas, the different discussions that we've already had, and how young people in particular have contributed to this topic. I find it fascinating.
I've come to the conference I was interested to find out about one of the issues that they're looking at for young people, about how they are developing the word, the language that they are born with. But I've come to the conference because I'm interested about children's writing and the lack of not enough capacity of African Caribbean writers to becoming more mainstream. Because I've written masses of work myself, I'm interested to find out what people are effectively producing, how are they producing, but also today's a great day to link up with many voices I haven't seen for years. So it's become like a really brilliant way of a melting pot of connecting each other through the power of the word, but also to create and weave new links and also generate a new future for myself as my career, to expand my career, but to also reconnect with other parallel voices within British culture, because there's a perpetual crisis going on. The perpetual crisis is never going to go away, but the key thing is we can create those elements of comfort in what we're doing for equality and for our human rights.
Well, I've been asked to come here to do a poetic response to the actual event, like impromptu. So I've been sitting at the back, just like listening to what people have been saying, getting involved in some of the discussions, writing out notes, and then assemble it into a little poem so I can deliver it to the people to essentially let everyone know and hear back what they've been saying all day, really, but in a poetic, literary format.
I was asked, basically. I'm doing some workshops with the Black Identity group of writers at Commonwealth, and Piccolo asked me to come along and, be the minority.
I was invited as a panellist, which was a real honour because I've come to the last 2 conferences here and I've really enjoyed being a participant, not just for discussions but also the connections and the people who are here, and had some really good friends and contacts here, so it was a real pleasure being on the panel here today.
I spoke on the panel about children's literature, which is something that's very dear to me, both academically and as a creative writer of children's fiction. So a number of the things that I wanted to raise awareness about included things like the absence of black voices in children's fiction, and also the difficulties that people face when they're trying to get their work published, given that we're very much in a recession, and the first kind of writing to go, I think, is the writing that doesn't have mass market appeal. and it's very difficult for black writers to be part of a mass market, because the general view of publishers and booksellers is that black writers are only read by other black people, and of course black people are a minority in this country. And I'd really like to see that change, because my view is that black writing is for everybody, and that it actually enriches white readers as much as it enriches black readers to read about diverse experiences.
I'm at the conference today because I was asked to chair a panel, the panel about children and diversity in writing.